Was the wrong scene, but I fixed it. Welcome everybody to Dragon's Breath, a bi-weekly, is that the right word? A fortnightly D&D adventure campaign that I've been running for over a year now. To be fair, I missed a couple of days, but that's all fine. That's all good. We're here with the wonderful cast that I have, as per always, Dave.
Yo.
Jeff.
Howdy.
Snake.
Hello.
Robin.
Hello.
And Shay.
Hello.
Okay, so you guys will bring it for the intro, but not the pre. I see.
We save all our energy for the lovely people we love.
Oh, he's done the voice already.
Ow!
As opposed to the people we don't love. It's just...
Ow! Before we get into tonight's adventure, there's just a few credits we gotta go over here. Make sure that the artists are credited for all the great work that they've done with the maps and so on and so forth. Starting with Forgotten.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, is
you're
this
okay?
up on the board? Can I read this?
You wanna do it?
Yeah, I got a burst of energy from somewhere.
Yeah, fucking go for it, dude.
All right, well, for the credits, we have Forgotten Adventures at forgotten-adventures.net, at Forgotten Adventures on Twitter, and those are some of the lovely map assets you'll be seeing. There's Ian Fisher with the lovely tabletop RPG music, patreon.com/tabletop-RPG music, at TTRPG music, and that's our music and ambience, like the lovely birds chirping you might be hearing right now. There's Michael Gelfie, youtube.com/Michael Gelfie, and he has a Patreon as well, at Michael Gelfie on Twitter. More music and ambiance, well, I say, perhaps the birds are from this chap. Then we've got Rictus, at Art of Rictus. He provides some of the wonderful player character art you see, like my spiffy self, Sildan Ralifer. Next we have Uchidesi34. That's a Reddit user, in fact. The lovely Woodland Manse map that you just saw us take out an entire group of orcs, except one lovely chap. That was that map from Uchidesi. And finally, there's Jeff, at Jeffadath. He's Leo's lovely, long-suffering editor who does a bang-up job making sure these get posted to YouTube. This streamed adventure is unofficial fan content permitted under the fan content policy, not approved or endorsed by Wizards. Portions of the materials used are property of Wizards of the Coast LLC.
Thank you very much, Sildan Ralifer. I see you've been reading up the books quite nicely. You'll make an excellent Blackstaff one day, you know. With that out of the
Wizards
way,
are nothing without their studying.
it's true indeed. With that out of the way, I think we need a recap for the previous session. How about you, Junior?
Oh, God. I can't remember what happened. Let's have a think. If you don't know who I am, I'm Junior. Yeah, as if you don't know, I'm the greatest swordsman that's ever lived. You all know who I am. So, we had a bunch of orcs. I believe there was a big house full of them. We were trying to help out Saren. Trying to save one of her friends. I forget the name. It turns out he's not here. That's the one. Yeah, I remembered. Yeah, I remembered, Saren. You don't need to help me. So, a fight kicked out. I believe I saved the day, but I guess like everyone else helped a bit. And then my little younger sibling threw a strop, and we got into a bit of an argument. Anyway, I believe what happened is we got ourselves a new friend, ? In the... Who is an orc, but I can't remember his name.
Rannog.
That's the one. I remembered, Leo, thank you. I was checking you remembered.
Thanks. Always good to keep me on my toes.
So yeah, we have a new ally, ? Again. And we're off to head somewhere with myself being a bit distant to the group, as I don't think they like me too much.
Thank you very much.
Did I miss anything?
No, not to my knowledge. That was a good recap. You did it in character, and that's all good for me. And he's just out, like, talking to the little demon inside of him, like, yeah, man, that's what's been happening. That brings you up to now, when I was explaining, you know, what happened to you, and I said, and it just loops. So, believe you'll have a manse to look about.
Oh yeah, we wanted to search this a little bit.
So I can drop the
Oh.
hut then. I take it.
I think so. I think we got everything worked out with Orky Magoo.
You'll have no issue from...
Also, remember to turn off your cursors.
Very good shout. Oh, mine's off by D.
There we go.
So,
Do we all require a rest, or?
That would be appreciated before we set out. Although, remember that staff we found?
Ah, yes.
I
The
wonder if
staff
there
and
are
the
other
rifle.
treasures.
Quite possibly. I have immediately forgotten the orc's name. Again.
Brannock.
Thanok. I will write that down.
Brannock with a
Brannock.
G.
Go with Granok, okay? It's the hearing. Granok, how long would
Yes.
it take us to get where Falcon and the rest of your party is?
I can't imagine that. Oh, maybe a couple of hours.
Ah. Also not too far then.
No, just a little way southwest, towards setting sun.
Okay. Well, if we would like to have a look around for a little bit and then have a short rest, maybe, and we can get going.
Perhaps I misspoke, especially since it's only Isn't your... Is it your mentor, Falcon? Was it?
Yes.
I wonder how much danger he's in if we tarry.
I mean, we're not. Well, hopefully. She looks at Garrock. Hopefully not expecting a fight.
No, I mean, I'll need to explain to them when we get there, obviously, but... And, as for your friend, they need him alive for what they think will be food for when we summon Gorthok, which, as we discussed now, is not happening. But they don't know that yet, obviously, so I imagine they'll keep him alive.
Ah, okay. Well, it really depends. I mean, I'm feeling absolutely fine. I mean, I did an amazing, forward roll down the stairs and landed, and I'm not even got a scratch on me, but, it depends how the rest of you are feeling, really.
Seems like an odd detail to mention. Are you sure that happened and you're not just, boasting some fallacy that you're trying to understand the dynamic here? One of you's gonna be the one that everyone hates, right? Is it...
Hey, if it's me, that's fine, but, it's pretty damn cool.
Were you not listening to the argument that happened just over there?
No. It's none of my business.
No.
It is
Well,
none of my
Just such a good
business
answer.
what they get up to at all. It's brother and sibling rivalry. It's none of my business. It's none of anybody's business but theirs. I mean, I know it's not great, and it does upset the dynamic of the group a little bit, but it's their family thing, and I'm not going to get involved.
How does Fridge look at the moment?
Just like the pouty teenager you'd expect.
See? Don't really want to be dealing with that.
You fuck him, he's not worth the time.
Well, I'm all right to continue on and save your mentor if... No sense in having him in orc hands for longer than he needs to be, eh?
I agree with that. Everyone else?
I can press on. I have a handful of spells left, maybe. Just bear that in mind.
I mean, hopefully we won't need to use them at all. Where's Junior?
On that note, you said... Oh, there he is. Never mind. He's outside.
Ah.
I don't think he wants to be near me right now. And I don't think I want him near me either.
Robin, could you hide your cursor for us?
Oh, I thought I'd done that already. Sorry.
No worries.
Well, I'm sure we can put him out in front then. Perhaps behind. Just so he doesn't start anything with the orcs.
Fuck, that's the whole session plan we're in.
I think that's a wise idea. Also, Silky, I think it'd be wise if you held on to the staff.
Oh, well, yes, all right. He takes the staff and you get that he's a little more excited than he was letting on.
You haven't yet identified that, have you?
No, I think we gotta long rest it to identify and attune to it.
Cool, I was just making sure that I hadn't accidentally forgotten to send you in like that.
No, you're good.
If it happens to be magical anyway, I think that it'd be better off in your hands.
Well, I'll be sure to let you know. Thank you.
My pleasure. Now, I don't know about any of you, but maybe we should make tracks? Get Junior?
I mean, not that I don't agree, but didn't you want to ransack this place first? Didn't you say there might be other things that you need?
I mean, I'm pretty good. I mean, when I knew this place before, there wasn't really much here, but maybe a couple of rations and dusty old beds and bits and pieces. I mean, this staff was a surprise here, but
Then I'm game to go.
Right. Off we go then. And Sildan takes the staff and basically starts using it as a fancy walking stick.
Cool. You, I assume Owen and Junior will follow suit?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Junior's waiting outside for everyone to come out.
Oh, Junior. We're heading off.
Rannoch will, follow closely to Owen. No other particular reason than that's the one he chose. Gonna keep us on this map for the sake of having bird sounds and audio and that. But for the stream, we're gonna head over to the RP cam screen. Boop, 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 boop. So, you leave the manse, guided by Rannoch as you head your way southeasternly through the forest. can I have whomever is at the front leading alongside Granok to make a perception check?
I mean, I can lead if you want. I got.
Also, where are we going? Does anyone? Oh, we just
To the
leave.
orcs.
We're going southwest.
To the Circle of Thunder.
No, sorry. It just sounded appropriate.
Okay, well, I'll roll. Oh, it's a 10.
So, you make your way through the woods, guided by Granok, as he mentions along the journey to watch out for various tree traps that have been set up by the orcs in order to help protect the Circle of Thunder that they use both as a place of respite and a place of worship. He points out a few of them along the way. We roll a d6. But unfortunately, Owen, distracted by other things on your journey, you step on this loose covering of leafage on the ground, and suddenly your leg is pulled up from beneath you. You're to make a dexterity saving throw, if you please.
$17.
Pretty good. As the leg is pulled up from under you, you start to feel your weight shift off of your center of balance, but with an uncanny-like reaction, you manage to pull... You have a blade, right?
I have a dagger.
A dagger, that'll do. You manage to pull your dagger from beside you and slice at the rope, cutting yourself free, leaving just a small bit of rope around your ankle as the counterweight crashes from the tree on the other side of the branch. You manage to escape the trap. Oh, yes, and they might have set up a few more. I didn't... sorry, didn't know about that one. Luckily, we can just continue. Very good.
Are the rest deadly? Or just meant to trap like this one?
Just trap like this one. There's... No, because...
Insight.
Okay, roll an insight check. He'll continue speaking while you do this, though. Because, you know, if there are any orcs that are away while they set up new traps, then kind of not cool to kill your own, you know what I'm saying?
30-20.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Fridge will nod along with them.
Having dealt with that, let me get up. This. As you make your way across uneven ground, you start approaching this rising ridge. Reaching the top of it, looking and glancing across over this valley that separates about 60 feet wide into an open plains, you notice a collection of gruff-looking orcs have come up the valley on the opposite side of you. They don't seem to have noticed you currently, as most of the foliage and trees around you have provided a natural sort of cover for you. Granok suggests that he goes and talks to them, as he recognizes the big orc at the front. See this, probably about 6'3" tall orc with bulking muscles, carrying an axe in one hand, and bald head with two lightning bolts that seem to converge on his forehead, looking around and surveying the land. He says, that's the person who's written in my notes that I just saw and have forgotten, because I'm really good at names.
Interesting orc name.
Well, that's the translated version. It began with Y. Yeah. Yargoth. But that's Yargoth. If you wait here, I'll alert him of your presence if he sees.
Well, hold on. Yeah, we can go with you. If he sees that we're with you, surely this isn't going to... They're not going to attack us.
He gives sort of like a sort of expression.
I don't know about that, Junior. They could think we might be keeping him hostage.
What
As
if one of
opposed to
us
him
goes?
just going off by himself and then telling them, oh, hey, by the way, I've been ambushed by this group of guys. Let's go kill them.
I
And then he
both,
has like a little orcish army. But
We
both
shook
ways.
on it. If he breaks that, I'll kill him.
wait, if he breaks what?
We shook on it.
Ah. Hey, Saren,
Alright.
how serious do orcs take handshakes?
Uh,
Why am I asking you? God, fuck's right there. How serious do you take handshakes?
I mean,
It's not
my word is word, but an orc, I don't know.
It's not normally our custom, but I understand a lot of the customs of the other races, and I'm not one that wants to die.
But sure, I understand that. I just don't feel comfortable with sending you off by yourself to go talk to your orc friends. And then we're just left up here waiting for, like, what, this army of orcs to come down on us?
He just sort of looks
Like, what's wrong with
over
us just
at
walking with
Fudge.
him?
Nothing I say will help in this situation. I'll stand by Owen on this one.
Well, tick-tock, we'd better decide.
I'm just saying, let's all walk out there together. You can lead the way, my orc dude, but we'll stay a couple of paces behind, right? To show that we're friendlies. And then you can explain the situation to this Yargoth. With our hands up to show that we haven't got any weapons. Or that we're not planning to attack anyway. No? Am I alone on this?
Owen'll... How many of them are there? How many orcs?
There's about 21, roughly looking at it, as you count up while they've been talking.
I don't like the odds. If we'll meet halfway. Stay maybe about 7 paces behind, within earshot of the conversation, so we can decide whether or not to book it if things go south.
It'll have to be booking it. I don't have a tiny hut left. I've got nothing to defend us in that way.
I can assure you he's a reasonable person. Sure, he's brutish, but if you're reasonable with Yargoth, he's reasonable back.
Look, let me be straight with you, my guy. The people who have fucked you over have fucked you over. We cannot redeem that. We are not those people. Owen has offered an olive branch, and we are here to stand by that olive branch. If you fuck us, say bye-bye to the olive branch. We cannot help you. You fuck us, we're out. Gone. Done. This is your one chance.
I get that. We made a bond of trust. We
With
agreed.
him. Fridge will point at Owen. With him. We stand with him. So, it's him you need to be careful of. Are we clear?
He sheepishly nods.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Owen is still wearing the dread helm, but his body language does not at all appear intimidating right now. He just sort of like slumped, standing as nonchalantly as possible.
almost worse from Yargoth's perspective. Not Yargoth, Granok's perspective. So I can go, yes, and you can see at this point the orcs have started making their way down into the valley.
You be sure to
Yeah. So
talk loud enough so we can hear you.
Sure, you might not. You don't speak Orcish, though, no?
Damn
One
it.
of us does.
Oh, well,
I do.
all good then.
Right, off we go.
Cool, so, Granok starts making his way out of the tree line here and down in towards the valley, and I assume you're following just a few paces behind. Are you, one, being stealthy, or two, have you got your hands up? Are you trying to be intimidated? Like, what's the approach here?
I thought the idea was that we're going to stay a couple of paces behind, but like we're not going to be stealthy about it, right?
Right.
Like we're here, but we're not.
As non-threateningly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at Yargoth, and then back to Granok, and back and forth, so on. You see Yargoth, as Granok calls, he turns his head and shows delight on his face, being a fellow comrade of his, and then he spots you, and he calls out something in Orcish that you can't quite hear from this distance yet, as you're still only approaching. And you see that the orcs surrounding him and Yargoth all ready themselves and stop moving towards Granok. Granok raises his hand, open palm towards them, does a slight little relax of his shoulders and puts his arms out like, hey man, cool it, and approaches Yargoth. You hear orcish speech between the two of them as they get closer. You visibly understand that Granok is talking with a raised voice, almost projecting to make sure that you can hear, but Yargoth isn't going through the effort of that, clearly. You hear, for you, Saren, you understand, roughly translating to, I bring friends that have news of our situation. No, they're not. Yes, look, just... Yes, I understand, but... They say that that's not how it is. They say that that was the previous Blackstaff. Yes, I'll call them over, and he turns towards you all and beckons you to come closer.
I think it's going okay. Might as well.
One will approach.
Which will follow.
Junior, Sildan, Saren.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Cool. So as you approach, you see that all of the orcs are keeping their eyes trained on you at all times, ready for if you were to reach for a weapon or anything of sorts. Granted, I, as a DM, kind of get the idea that that's not the plan right now, but just so you know, they are trained and ready should you decide to do anything. Yargoth will stab the pommel, the bottom part of the axe, the pommel of his axe into the ground, and it remains upright as he lets go and takes a few paces towards you as you approach. He looks you over. Owen, he turns to you, and he says something in Orcish. Obviously you don't understand, but he says it with a sort of tone that's assertive, but questioning. Saren, you would understand him to be saying, "You have information." Then Granok translates, and for the rest of this, we'll just assume that Granok will translate whatever he is saying, or Saren.
Okay.
Yes. The war you've been fighting has been built on a lie.
It's all built on lies. What lie is it? It's, sorry. This lie about the black staff apparently not being the same one that once fought.
Yes, the man you knew is no longer in control and power.
Lifts his head up, showing you the underside of his chin, giving you a quizzitive look. Reaches up and clasps his hand around this necklace with various, guess you call it trinkets, hanging from the necklace, and he rips it from it, grabs your hand, pulls it up, and claps the necklace into your hand. You must succeed trial, then we trust. Agreed? Granok will pipe up, but no non-orc have ever succeeded in the trials. It's not their custom, it's not their... Enough! Agreed.
Owen will sort of lean over to Granok and in a low voice go, "What's the trial?"
It's a trial of trust. If I told you, then I'd be breaking the trust. Kill me.
Bridge will literally just facepalm at this point.
This is all being translated for us, right? Like into common, basically. Like we can.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then Zildan will pipe up. Oh, we're excellent at taking trials. I were the heroes of
Are
war,
we?
wasn't it?
Great.
Heroes.
Any objections to this trial of trust?
We're in it now.
We're here. We might as
Wait,
well go with it.
How long is it going to take? We're on a timeline, right?
Fair point. I want to look to Granok.
Granok will translate. The orc lifts it up his hand, curls down 3 fingers in his thumb, leaving just the index extended.
1 minute, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 year.
In common, he says, 1 day.
We have that kind of time?
Out of character, do we have that kind of time? I forget the timeline.
So do I.
You had roughly a week before you thought that the war would break out, right? So you've got 3 days left, given the travel from... Well, you've probably got a bit more than that, actually, thinking about it, because the travel from Nomengard up to Phandalin and then up to here was probably only about a day and a half, right? So...
But then we spent a night
Yeah,
where
we
we were
TP'd as well.
in the dome.
So that's 2 nights so far that you've spent. You've got 4 nights left at worst case scenario.
And how long would it take to travel from here to Neverwinter?
From here directly to Neverwinter. That's bold.
Isn't that where we're going?
Let's go.
I thought that's
Well-
where we were going next. After we,
Well, the
saved
idea
Falcon.
was that you had that many days to stop Gorthok from being summoned, right? Kind of done that.
Oh, okay. I assumed the next stop would be Neverwinter, but anyway.
Does
We're
that
here
mean
to
the
look for
next stop is the
allies
dragon?
for this whole war, right? In case it all kicks off.
Yeah.
What was your question, Dave?
Oh, it was kind of a half in, half out of character way. It's next step dragon.
You,
Sorry.
you think you can take dragon?
Oh no, no. That is adamantly the point.
Trial first.
We survived an attack from a dragon.
We survived a chase from a dragon.
We only survived because we sacrificed the horse.
Oh, turmeric.
Seems like we got a bit of time now for it. It should be fine.
Okay. Oh, okay.
One day.
One day. Turns. Picks up his axe from the ground once more and starts heading in the direction you guys were already going, leading you towards the manse. Granok suggests that we follow suit.
Hey, Owen, this trial should be a breeze. You got the greatest swordsman on your side.
What if it's like a math trial?
Then we're fucked.
Hey, I resent that.
What if it's
Really?
one of those?
Sorry,
Like,
carry on.
what if it's one of those? Where you stand on the edge of something and you close your eyes and you fall backwards and then you just you trust them because they catch you and
He's just gonna
that'd
do
be-
fucking trustful.
that'd be so good.
That's the trial. It's
That'd be
trustful.
amazing.
I mean,
Let's just get this straight. I
Okay.
don't have Revivify. I'm not that smart yet.
Look, if it is a trust fall, I'm not catching him.
But
There.
you have your armor. Doesn't that give you any strength?
It gives me the ability to not be crushed immediately.
That's all
I
you need.
guess.
Cross fall over a cliff.
Well, we better go and find out, I guess.
As we're laying it on thick with the banter, Owen is making a point to keep an eye on, oh God, Y name,
Yargoth.
Yargoth. Basically trying to gauge his reactions because he clearly speaks some common.
Roll an insight check.
Ten total.
You get the sense that he is trying to listen to what you guys are saying, but he doesn't ever turn to look at you guys or in your direction. Whenever there's laughter, you can see him tense up a little, but then he eases out of it once more as you continue your journey.
Okay.
As you make your way back out of this clearing area and into the forest, you come towards what appears to be this mound, stretching about maybe 15 feet up this shallow embankment that comes to the top of this, think Teletubby Mountain, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's accurate description. Gonna go ahead and activate scene here, and then I'll drag you guys' characters in. Start with Fridge.
There is nothing I can take seriously when it's called Circle of Thunder.
Saren, well, Dan. This is mostly for sound purposes. Still roleplay.
Oh my
whatnot.
god, if we're getting into a fight pit, I'm so happy.
You hear the small pitter-patter of rain begin to creep in, followed by a crack, distant thunder. Well, that was good timing. Rannoch leads you towards a small entranceway just ahead of you. Let me just give you guys vision here. I wish that was something you could do for yourself, but I guess it makes sense that it should be a DM feature, huh?
Yeah. How far away are we from the orcs leading us?
Guess that's your choice.
Okay, thank you.
Like, you don't have to be right up on them, but I imagined if you got, like...
Well, I assume we'd be a few feet back just to give them
Yeah.
comfort.
But I imagine if you got too far away, like out of their sight, because not all of them are looking at you, obviously. Some are looking where they're going, but others are always constantly looking back to make sure you're still keeping pace with...
Also, am I supposed to see my character?
Yes. You might need to zoom out a whole bunch to where you are on the map. Perhaps.
I feel like I'm top right because some of top right is revealed, but there's no actual character token for some reason.
Same for me.
Yeah.
I just have a black square. I don't have anything on my square.
Huh. If you guys click and drag to select nothing and then can you see yourselves?
Oh,
Nope.
Huh.
no.
By refreshing the page, perhaps.
Okay.
I'm doing that now, yeah.
Yeah.
better.
Oh,
But
cursor.
now I'm going to have to turn off my cursor. Yeah, there you go.
We're mostly
The Bane.
yeah, the scene is mostly just set up to have the audio stuff available, as it would have been a combat map, but you guys pulled Granox. So. Still might be, depending on how you play this, but we'll see. The orcs lead you to cave in the mound. Above the entrance you see this lintel, depicted in it a image of that of a boar. Outside the front, flanking either side of the entrance, you see two orcs, both holding great axes, and they see Yargoth approach, give a nod, and put their axes to the side of them in the ground. Place a hand in a fist formation and smash, well, maybe not smash, that's not quite the right word, but pound it against their chest. Ulga! He reciprocates. Speaks in Orcish to you, pointing to a barrel beside the entranceway here, puts his axe inside. Speaks in Orcish, and Granoch translates to be, "You need to put your weapons."
Well, that's part of the trust bit, huh? Bridge will start divesting of weapons.
Same.
Oh, all right. Places the staff and his longbow in there.
Hang on. Why are we just like so easily giving away weapons?
We wouldn't want to fail the trust test, Junior.
Fine.
Here's
I do unbuckle the leather strap that's around his torso and put his swords in, knowing full well that he can just summon them whenever he wants.
Reg will lean over to Silky and just go, "Hey, how much juice you got left?"
Oh, well, a decent amount.
Okay, I just don't want to be completely fucked if you'll excuse my language. In the event this goes tits up. I've got a handful on me, maybe.
He nods and smiles. I'm sure it will be all right. And look at that. He gestures over to Junior. Seems like you are something without them. Why, you didn't vanish into a puff of smoke or anything.
Reg will literally chuckle behind their hand at that.
Is this like
I
a
hate you so much.
is this like a hill or something? Like, can we, because it looks like this is an entrance, right?
Yes, that is an entrance, and to the left is the hill that reaches up towards the mound area, which is why I've only given you 60 feet, even though you should have more vision, is
Yeah.
because hill upwards.
Because we didn't want to go into the cave, right? They were telling us to go up the hill here.
No, they were pointing in towards the cave.
Oh, in the cave. Okay, gotcha.
And Granok has already gone in. His axe has been left in the barrel alongside where you're putting your weapons currently.
Are there
Sure.
torches
So then
lighting
head
the
into
way?
cave then.
Initially, the entranceway to the cave is dark, but you can see as you enter in and your eyes adjust, there is around a bend to your right and to the left. There are two little pathways that seem to have a glow from either a campfire or torch within.
Cool. Reg will follow everyone else in.
Owen, did you place your weapons and such?
Yeah, I'm not entirely. All the obvious ones, absolutely, but I want to have a moment of pause as he ponders his armor, because it kind of doubles as a weapon. And he has it donned at the moment. Is Granok still out there?
He is.
Owen will approach, remove the dread helm so he can see his eyes, and simply say the word.
Is your hair still perfect?
Yes, of course. He'll simply say the word trust, and he will tap his chest, and his armor will collapse, the plate shifting into the centerpiece, and he'll take that and put it in the barrel along with the helmet.
All right. You make your way in towards the cave. Switching scene again for audio's sake. Probably should have grabbed the tokens though. That would have been a smart idea to do first. There are tokens abound.
Woot woot.
You all see this time? No issues?
Mine hasn't loaded in yet.
Fair. But as you enter in towards the cave where you see Yargoth is awaiting, blocking one of the passageways, and gestures with his left arm to direct you down towards the other one.
No. No
I don't-
tokens.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't like the sound of that.
Does a refresh fix it?
Well, let's see. That's going to be something that requires figuring out if... Now I can see the inside of the cave. Is this a new map? Oh,
Yeah, it
open
is.
caves, yeah. Yes, that did help. Wah wah.
Your cursor.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, not sure. I guess it's because I just add so many audio things to each scene that it takes a while to load, huh? Who knows?
Conflict with something else? I don't know, because none of it was, yeah, the tokens were not loading. But a refresh makes them load, oddly.
Cool. So just to repeat there, you enter in towards the cave and Yargoth is directing you down towards the way to your right is left and blocking the little entryway that behind him here.
Well, let's go find out what this is all about.
Entering into this room here that you see there, and it's quite cramped feeling for the number of people that are coming in specifically, but you see that it leads onwards and up into another area, but you get the sense, given the general feel of things, that maybe that might be a bad idea.
What, continuing onwards up the
Yeah.
corridor? In this room, is there anything in this room that might give away what's to come up ahead, or?
No, this room to the northwestern, always get my east and west mixed up. The northwestern side of the room is mostly just, what's the material? Like suede, sort of, satchels.
Okay.
Like potato bags, you know, that material.
Burlap.
Burlap.
Thank you. So burlap sacks that all seem to be filled with either grain or meat that, probably shouldn't be stored that way, but it's a way of storing them. And to the southeastern side of the room is few bedrolls that all have been piled up in the corner here.
Well, I don't feel too good about continuing on, but needs must, I guess.
In for a penny. I mean, like, what's the point in turning back now?
Yargoth says something in Orcish almost abruptly as Saren steps up the small little mound here. And Saren, you understand this as no further.
Okay.
Getting like Temple of Doom vibes off there.
Then
Jay?
what is it that you want us to do?
You say that in Orcish, actually?
Yeah.
Shocks him slightly hearing Orcish from an elven individual. Sit. Make rest. And he grabs one of the burlap sacks from the corner here if he's able to get past you, Owen. By that I mean if you aren't stopping him.
No.
So he'll reach up, grab one of the burlap sacks, and just pick a spot on the ground and set it out. Sit cross-legged and with his back to the wall and look at you all. I'll begin.
Okay, so then we'll follow suit. Also, is it possible to do, I don't know, history or religion or something and see if I've got any knowledge of orcish rituals?
Sure.
Also,
What,
Diff, if I move somewhere you don't want to be, just let me know.
Oh,
What
right,
would
okay.
you like me to roll?
History, if that's what you wanted to do.
Sure. 19.
You understand that there are many different tribes among the orcs. just such as there are many different political parties that own the various different cities throughout the other allied races. You've heard of trials from orcs before. Normally you've heard of the most popular one, Muck Gra, which would be a trial between orcs to see who the next chieftain would be. A battle, fist on fist, bare bones to bare knuckles, orc fighting to the death to see whom the chieftain should lead the tribe, but nothing speaks of outsiders and trials of orcs to your knowledge of having read.
What did this orc gesture at? He said trial begins. But what did he point anywhere, or are we just in this room?
Like down at the ground at the feet.
Yeah, he told us to rest, grabbed a sack, sat on it, and said trial begins.
Okay, then.
Sildan would also like a sack. He mimics the orc and does the same thing.
Same with Saren.
Rachel, just sit.
Is it Yargoth that's in front of us?
It is. Yargoth is currently the only orc in here. Granok did not follow you in.
Okay, Saren, if you wouldn't mind translating this. Yargoth, what the fuck are we doing?
Maybe leave out the fuck.
We haven't...
Yeah,
we
think
resting here for a bit? Or?
I think this is a trust thing. I don't think we should really question what he's doing. And if we're just going to sit here for a while, then we might as well just sit here for a while.
Yeah, Sildan's
Okay.
going into the meditative elf trance.
Mm-hmm. Trial start. No clues, is what he says in Orcish. Darren, choose to do with that as you wish.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell everyone what he said.
No clues or no clothes?
I think he said no clues.
Clues. As in blues
Okay, good.
clues.
Bridge will automatically appear significantly, less panicked at that notion.
Yeah, that's what this trial is. First he takes your weapons, then your armor, then your clothes.
Just kind of
And
a
your
weird
motorcycle.
interracial orgy going on.
Okay, so speaking to the party here, what are we doing? Short resting and then heading down this little crevasse here?
I mean,
A
Yeah, I
gesture at the crevasse. Or what is more commonly known as a path.
I thought it was the point of we trust them,
We trust- yeah.
and then they trust us not to go nosing and...
I trust not to go nosing, okay. Maybe.
That's pretty good. It's good thinking, Fridge.
Yeah.
Boss man, any plans?
I mean, if they wanted to kill us, they could have at any point. So if they're gonna do so, they're gonna have to fit more than just us in this tiny room. So I suggest we all just have a seat, get comfortable, try not to let too many thoughts creep in. Any objections?
None from me.
Well, Owen will sort of slump against the wall, have a seat.
All right, let's take a breather.
About an hour passed.
An
Yargoth,
hour passes?
Well, you guys-
Okay.
You guys said you were taking a break. I assume. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't want to wait that long for something to happen, then some time passes. Then Junior decides he's fed up of waiting.
Ugh. This is taking so long.
We have to tinkle. Have a water skin here.
Sorry, that wasn't in character. That was just funny.
Hearing echoes through the fucking hall.
Till then is in fact meditating.
Oh, how long have we got to sit here?
Until the nice man says we don't anymore. Or Owen will actually, at this point, start scanning the walls and the ceiling. Any markings, symbols, anything?
Looking around inside the room, you notice that there are drawings on the wall as you look more closely now that appear to have mostly faded with time. You look a little more closely at them, and you see multiple drawings of boars chasing stick figure humanoids, or humanoids with tusks on them chasing boars. It seems to be some sort of story laid out through pictograph that sprawls across the wall, but not one that you recall.
Does it look like we're going to be here for the foreseeable future, understanding the time limit of the trial?
Seems that way.
Bridge will turn to Saren and say, I understand this is a trial of trust, but do you think he would be against some minor illusions?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, we're doing as he asks. We're sat in this tiny ass room.
Would you
He
mind
hasn't
asking
asked
him?
anything.
He told us to not go any further.
Ugh. Yes.
Oh, you're such an impertinent child.
Yes, just a sobering thought for anyone who might be a little impatient. They did say that this might take a day.
A day? I'm complaining the whole time.
One day.
Saren? Bridge will say really strange, just like asking her to ask the orc if minor illusions are okay.
Can she do minor illusions to pass the time? I'll say to him in Orcish.
No magic.
No magic.
Well,
No magic.
fuck.
Silky, why don't you, I don't know, stare at that stick for a bit? Sorry.
Look, it'll make things significantly less interesting. That magic is what makes the story. And then Fridge will just start launching into all the fairy tales they'd gathered through working at the bar and going through bar stories they'd heard and just helping pass the time. Mumbling under her breath in poignant moments that this would be so much better if they could use minor illusion.
Make a performance check.
That's not my best. 5.
Right, it would be better if you could use minor illusion.
It's okay, Fridge. It's theatre of the mind.
I'm not a theatre of the mind kind of person. Why do my rolls suck so bad?
I think your dice are cursed. You need different dice.
I'm using D&D Beyond.
Okay, yeah, you got to use different dice. You have plenty of inhuman dice. Get your inhuman dice. God. D&D Beyond just hates you.
I'm starting to think that way.
Why are the dice inhuman?
It means in-person dice.
I know.
Because
Just to be clear, then, are we sitting here for a day?
At some point after the wonderful tales, Owen will ask Saren if she can identify any of the pictographs on the wall, figure out what the story means.
Oh. Leo?
Doesn't any bells.
I'm sorry, Owen. I don't know.
Silky, you seem to have read one too many books.
I read books.
Zeldan abruptly pulls himself out of his mental math trance exercises.
Don't blame him.
One of his eyes peep open, and he looks at the pictographs. Anything, Leo?
It is quite childlike. No.
How long have
nothing
we
of-
been in here?
3 minutes.
No, I was hoping you would have said like a good amount of hours plus the other amount of hours we didn't sleep, and then I could do a bit where I'm just like, I didn't say that. I must be hallucinating. But yeah, he doesn't say anything. He like peeps an eye open, looks at the pictographs, just kind of like shakes his head to Owen, and then closes his eye again and continues trancing.
Kind of hard to get a sense of time in here. It feels like
Well, how about this? Yargoth. What are those? On a point.
orc child story, he says in Orcish. Humans fight boar. Boar fight back. Orc fight humans. Crevice.
I'm sorry, crevice?
Odds at Saren's translation of it.
As in, like the one in front of us?
You wouldn't get it.
Oh, he's a hipster orc. You wouldn't understand.
Explain it to us, man bun.
He's actually bald.
Oh, and I'll ask him to explain it.
Just young orc find that funny. So, it's good child story to tell orc. You see, joke not funny if you have to explain.
That's usually how it goes.
What's down the rest of the tunnel?
Exit.
Okay.
Why that funny? Not no joke like crevice.
Well, if you have to explain it.
You did.
He visibly sulks.
Just an out of game thing. Did anyone say anything about that other door that nobody checked out?
We.
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
There were two other doors we didn't check out.
Well, there
But
was one that he was in front of, right?
Yeah.
He was blocking the way for that one door, so we
Yeah.
didn't really. do that. And then this one we gotta, well, Saren got a bad feeling about, and we were told not to go that way. And then there was this other door that, like, I didn't think to check out before we stepped in, and now we're kind of in it. So I feel like it would be rude to just stand up and go check.
How about this? Hey, what's in the other 2 rooms?
Toilet.
Right. Okay.
What was that?
Toilet,
of
I
them.
believe he said.
Oh,
Ah,
that's gonna be minging.
okay. Pleasant.
Ugh, 9,999 bottles of beer on the wall. 9,999 bottles of beer.
You
Da,
take
da, 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 da.
around.
999 bottles of beer on the wall, and so on until someone stops.
I was gonna say, yeah. Sildan just murmurs under his breath in Sylvan. Humans are so impatient.
Why does he sound like Stitch and Sylvan?
I just thought being Sylvan would sound a little different, okay? I was trying to do something. Listen, if you speak in Orcish, you're gonna try and do something like this. I just took my throat and fucked it, okay? It's... Never mind.
Means family.
Family means nobody gets left behind.
I'm not jumping on that bandwagon.
Oh, somebody's got to finish it. Come on.
Well, she's... Nope, okay. To answer
Is
your
there-
question, though, Owen, when Junior finally shuts up, I know
When he reaches
say,
1.
trust first. Now, just as soon as you finish, like, the second verse, he realizes, just by the pattern of it, that it's like a looping thing. And he steps in before you can do, like, the third go around of it. There's trust first, then...
Are you telling me to shut up?
gives an aggressive direction.
Tall
I'm
is
gonna
this
take
guy?
that as a yes.
Come again, Dave?
How tall is this guy?
6'3".
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's a 2-day trip.
For fridge he would be.
Depends where you're going, I guess.
Fine. No words. Junior starts humming the song under his breath.
Oh no. Am I able to discern or perceive or whatever if we're supposed to be doing anything during this time? If there's like an expectation, or if the silence and nothingness is the expectation?
Make an insight check.
I swear down he's dicking with us. My insight's really good. Don't fuck me. Proficiency is +3, and then that's +9. Numbers.
Well-
25?
Wait, what? How did you get 9 and 3 and make 25?
So I rolled a 13. My
Uh-huh.
proficiency is +3, and then my insight is +9.
Okay, but that already adds your proficiency and your
I
modifiers
rolled.
to it.
I rolled naturally. I didn't use D&D
Okay,
20.
but the +9, it adds your proficiency to it.
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying.
Well, 20,
So it'd be
22?
whatever you rolled +9.
22.
Okay. Which is still great. You watch him for a little while, doing it slightly out the corner of your eye, and you notice that occasionally he glances Owen. If, I'm gonna ask a few questions here so that you don't know what he's actually looking at if you haven't got, do you have anything that you're wearing that's pointy, Owen?
No, not at this point.
What
Like
color?
aside from glasses, I guess.
Okay. What color are your shoes?
Probably black.
Are you wearing any leather?
The shoes would probably be leather.
What did you do with the necklace?
Necklace.
That
He
he
handed
handed
you a
you?
necklace.
Oh, right. I guess I would still be holding that.
Okay.
Just sort of be in my lap.
So, yeah, you notice that he's been looking at the necklace that is in Owen's lap quite a lot.
Can I tell him what kind of way he's looking at it? Like, worriedly, aggressively?
Expectedly.
Okay. Bridge is going to try and just give Owen a gentle nudge and then pointedly look down at his hands where the necklace is, back up at him, back down at the necklace, back up at him, and then over to the other guy.
Each time, Owen will follow her gaze, or their gaze, just up, down, and eventually you'll see his eyes widen ever so slightly. And he'll just put on the necklace.
Is that it? That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
8,746 bottles of beer on the wall. 8,476 bottles of beer.
While it's around his neck, Owen will finally take the time to examine it. Just each of the individual trinkets and baubles on it.
And Fred will look back over at the guy and see if he's, like, his reaction has changed now that Owen's put it on.
Without needing an insight check, you can easily tell that he's confused.
So that sounds about right for us.
Owen, looking at the trinkets on this necklace that you are now wearing, you see that some of them are teeth. Humanoid teeth. Some are tusks of like orcs, some are not. Others appear to be small things of little value. There's a gold coin that's tied around, that's been like pierced through and has rope tying it to the necklace. There's a small little gemstone, various things like that that adorn the necklace.
Are any of them discolored specifically? I'm looking for like blood or anything.
I suppose that they would be. Yeah. Roll an intelligence.
Sorry, was this just
Percent.
Owen?
Yeah, just for Owen, yeah.
Oh, good. 7.
there are, like, what appears to be signs where blood has either splattered or been put on these objects, but you can't discern any particular pattern.
Oh. God damn it. I thought it wasn't rolling because it disconnected with the, or when we refreshed. But it was rolling in D&D Beyond. And the first one was significantly better.
Oh, well, let's take the first one then. I'm fair. What did you get?
22.
Same result.
Fair enough.
Damn. Okay.
Can you let me know when an hour has passed?
Sure, will do.
We're not even an hour in. 7,766 bottles of beer on the walls.
An hour has passed by the time Jimmy gets to 7,776 bottles of beer on the wall. You think? I mean, if this is for a mechanical feature of D&D, then yes, an hour has passed. But
Excellent.
in character, it is somewhat hard to tell the passage of time in here.
Yeah, I gotcha. Get some of my HP back and a spell slot.
Are we all counting this as a short rest?
I certainly am.
Or is that
I haven't
just...
been singing like a moron and running around and doing stuff.
Ridge is going to try. Wait, they say that, but they're not sure if they've got anything sharp enough. Never mind.
I'll find someone like you.
Are you strong enough?
Oh, I'm strong enough. That's debatable. Is there anyone in the party who's ridiculously strong?
Did you ask that aloud or out of character? Because I know one person
Yeah.
that would answer.
Fridge
Have you
will
not
roll,
seen these arms?
roll their eyes and like hold out a chunk of hair. Can you snap like this off as close to the root as you can without actually yanking my hair out?
Are you asking me to pull your hair out?
No, I'm asking you to rip my hair, like, below, like, do you know what I mean? I wanted to cut a chunk off. I don't want to rip a chunk out.
Yeah, we could probably just use I don't know if this would be uncouth.
It's all
Funnel.
uncouth at this point. But I'm gonna go crazy if I have to sit in here for a second longer with that goddamn song going on.
Well, here, Owen will pass over the necklace with the pointy bits.
Brilliant, that'll do. Can I try and just, like, cut, like, for want of a better word, like a lock of hair off?
Sure. I imagine with the gemstones that are there that you could find a sharp enough surface that, given some time working on the hair, you can get a lock of hair.
Great. And then watching what's-his-face? Yargoth. Fridge will tie the lock around the necklace. Like adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
Make
But,
an insight check.
I just want to point out as well that when the lock is cut, it's going to revert back to Fridge's natural hair color.
Nice. I was gonna ask afterwards if that was like a thing that would happen.
Yeah. It's going to instantly go back to brown.
Because we never discussed if that was the thing. I never thought
I
this
w-
would happen, you know? So,
I would have assumed so, because it's not going to account for detached parts, is it?
yeah.
That
Real fucking cool. I like it.
Sorry, what did you want me to roll? Insight again?
Yeah, because you were keeping an eye on him as you were attaching the lock, correct?
Yeah. That's 13.
13. A slight quizzical look with peppering of shock. Baked for about 30 minutes at 220 degrees in the oven.
Can the rest of us see this? What's going on?
I mean, if you're paying attention, that's not
Yeah, I mean,
very...
we're all here.
I mean, probably it's a bit. Yeah.
Big
Not
room.
exactly hiding anything.
Huh. Let me see that.
Bridge will hand it back. I didn't even think I took it out your hands, to be honest. I thought I just reached over and...
Fair. Owen will reach into his messenger bag of holding and produce a bar of soap. And using, I guess, Smith's tools, or I guess Tinker's tools would also do the trick. He'll start carving the soap, barely a part of it off, small enough to fit onto the necklace. He'll carve a hole in the center so as to be able to fit a string or twine through it and attach it to the necklace.
Okay.
And he'll pass it to Junior.
Fuck you. Yeah, terrific. Thanks, boss man. Love it.
Add something to it.
Add something to it? Is that
Yes.
what? Okay, right. Like anything?
I mean, presumably something you'd be willing to part with.
The only thing I'm willing to part with is attached to my sword. I haven't really got... Hang on, let me check my inventory.
Yeah, I wasn't quite ready to knock out a tooth, but that is an option, apparently. Bridge will have just, like, really quietly muttered that.
Please don't punch me in the face.
Oh, the temptation is there. Don't you worry.
Yeah, if Junior was like, no, I don't want to. Whap!
I've got nothing that... I've literally got nothing that isn't attached to my swords, and if I summon my sword, would that not be trust in breaking the trust?
And take a piece of your chainmail off. Just break a link off. And attach
A
it.
link off my... No, it's all... Fridge? I can't do that. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I guess I'm going to... He puts a finger in one of the chainmail links and gives a yank to see if he can get a bit of iron out of it.
Roll a strength check.
Awesome.
Will it be? That's the question.
Once D&D Beyond loads up again, I certainly will. Right, a strength check. 5. Junior breaks his finger.
You fail to any chain links from chainmail, as it's kind of built not to do that.
Yeah, to be fair, that means like my chainmail's doing his job.
Yeah.
You hear Junior's finger crack. That was fine. That's all good. Yeah, I have nothing. I'm sorry. Unless you feel like you can do better than me by ripping out some iron link from my chainmail. Fridge, why you look at me like that? Please don't punch me in the face.
Owen
I'd
will
break my own knuckles.
Owen will sigh and say, "Turn around."
Oh, I've been here before, Owen. Fallen for this one before. You have
Wordlessly,
to buy
Owen
me a
will.
drink.
Again?
Wordlessly, Owen will, with a tool from his Tinker's tools, will just poke him right through the chainmail. I can take a link from the front or the back, your choice.
Oh, okay. The back's probably for the best. Don't get any ideas as I turn around.
As you say that, as Owen is leaning in, and as you do, Owen will stop and just sort of glance over at Fridge, shake his head, and continue with the work.
You'll see that there was a maniacal grin that just melted straight off when you shook your head.
I will attempt to remove a link from the bottom of the, was it a chain shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's easily enough done with tinkering tools, though it does take a bit of time to get the tool. I will say, you can either roll for it, or we can allow like 5 minutes to pass and have it be an auto success.
Yeah, as I do that, I'll say to everyone else, figure out what you're going to add, because you're next.
While this is going on, is there any more facial expressions from this orc?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Not good at insight. That's a 5.
Disgust?
Yeah.
Oh no!
What are we doing?
Owen, if you don't mind, can I borrow the necklace for a second, please?
Hang on, I'm almost done.
It'll take 2 seconds. And I'll give it straight back.
Yeah, sure.
Work.
Owen will consider tossing it, but then he'll think twice, not knowing exactly how sacred the thing that he's holding is. They're probably desecrating it. He
Just thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is important to them, we're covering it in shit.
Well, Owen will pass it around as opposed to throwing it.
Okay. Thank you. Can I put it on the orc? Put his necklace back on?
Certainly try.
Oh, put it back on the orc.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and put a necklace back on him. Very gingerly. Like you're petting a cat that you don't know that might bite you.
Bear in mind he is sat with his back to the wall, so the way to do this is by leaning in closer to his face. As you reach around to try and tie the knot in the back of it, still looking at his face, he doesn't look happy.
I just thought you might want it back.
This has been our biggest challenge yet.
Yeah, as a DM, I've been really struggling trying to figure out a puzzle that could really stump you guys, so I just went with, like, being social as a puzzle. Seems to be working out real great.
I mean, he said no talking. He said
Junior's
no
been
magic.
incredibly social. I've been singing the whole time. 6,786 bottles of beer on the wall.
I slog him one.
So, if we...
A tooth falls out. No, it
No,
doesn't.
Junior.
Yeah, I know. I know.
A tooth falls out. I don't get a chance to dodge it.
It was in jest.
Yeah, it was interesting. Sorry.
Okay. Go on.
After you finish clasping the necklace around his neck, he once again reaches up. This time, grabs your hand, puts the necklace into it.
Why? What do you want?
Trial.
I can't stick in singing anymore.
What did he say?
Trial.
Ah. Look, I mean, I don't think it can hurt much more. Just add something to it.
I mean, we didn't look very happy when we were doing it, but...
He has to stop this, though.
Okay. I guess I'll tear off a bit of my cloak and tie that onto it. Like a little slither of it.
Question, is this the cloak that you got from the Hall
No.
of Champions? Okay.
Whatever clothes I started off with, I guess I'll just rip an edge off of that. Because I don't have anything else.
Cool.
I just, like, knot it onto there and then pass it to Silky, I guess.
Sildan will reach behind and his hair, some of his like knots and braids and stuff. He'll basically take a hair tie out from there. He'll then fish around in his pocket. He produces a small object, then he takes the hair tie and sort of like winds it around the object. He's fashioning essentially like a holding system, you know what I mean? He'll take the hair tie and wrap it around it so it goes back onto itself so that it'll fasten it properly to the necklace. From one trial to another. Seemed only fitting. And he hands it back, and the dodecahedron is fashioned to the necklace.
Wait, the grenade? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. French is gonna shift over closer to Owen.
You'll
You'd
wake
think
up
he
like
pulled the
6
pin on
seconds
it with
later.
how you're acting. What?
You can just imagine giving it back to him, and then suddenly you guys wake up 6 seconds later. Like, oh, what happened?
That was weird.
Dodecahedron affixed.
Do we pass it back to him now? Try again?
Yeah. Yeah, assuming it, one of us will hand it back to Yargoth and see if he takes it.
Okay, well, I'll assume that that'll be Sildan then, as he was the last one to affix something.
Yep.
This time he grabs it, begins inspecting. He looks at the locket of hair from Fridge. Quizzically looks at Fridge's hair. He You'll look at the soap that has been added by Owen. You'll look at the chain from the chain link chainmail. Pick it off of the necklace and throw it to the side.
Hey!
You'll... Sorry, remind me, Saren, what did you add again?
Part of my
Cloak.
clothing, yeah.
You'll look at the torn bit of fabric. Remove that from the necklace and drop it to the ground. You'll look at the dodecahedron. Over to Sildan. Nod slightly. You walk over to Junior, standing up from his bedroll. Grab Junior's arm. Place the necklace in.
Well, Fridge, I have nothing really of much else on me, so either, I don't know, I put some of this other cloak on there, which I don't think you'll like, or you can punch me in the face and we'll add another tooth.
I've got a theory. Everything else on this necklace has an edge or a point.
Yeah. I think it's got to be something important or personal.
Oh, I just think it has to be pointy.
My hair's pointy?
Kind of.
It's at this moment you think and you remember the gold coin.
Oh, wait. No, never mind.
Well, All right, get ready, Sarah.
All right, Junior, I think you're next as well. I'll pull back off my hood and just stand there and like, right, okay.
Hang on, no. My teeth aren't important to me. Well, they are, but like you can't just like knock a tooth out.
I'm
That
not
can't
going
be
to
how
knock
it
a tooth out
works.
of you. Fridge is going to knock a tooth out of me, and then you should really think about maybe doing it yourself.
Wait, just out of character. Did he take off the fabric from the cloak, or is it still on there?
He took off the fabric from the cloak, yeah.
Okay.
So for some reason, it's something that's important to us. And the only things that are important to me are my swords, and I can't. If I summon them, isn't that breaking the trust and the weapons and stuff? I'm saying all this in common so that the orc can't understand this, obviously.
Yeah, I think you're right there. That's why, maybe, something that you need to eat with that could be quite important.
Well, hang on, hold on. I do have an idea, but they're not going to like it. I'm going to walk towards Fridge. Wait, can I have another lock of your hair, please?
What? Yeah.
Another?
No. It's just
I
lots
have
of
8,
stuttering.
and this will be the next.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is going to work. It has to be personal to each of us. That's not personal for you at all.
Or it has to be something important to him.
Yes. Well.
No, Sildan is saying that, like, on Junior's side. He kind of gives Junior a look like he's a little bit touched. He understands.
I mean, we haven't.
Hey,
got
we'll make it
anything
even,
better.
right? You got it from one side. I'll take it from the other.
Rachel just hold out another lock and huff.
All right, this is getting weird.
I'm going to cut the bit of You ever
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
make
hear
him
from-
cut it himself to make a point as well, to make like a visual point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the exact same thing as Fridge and put that on the necklace.
And as you start cutting it again, it'll just fade to brown.
Junior, you see him look at you quizzically. You, Durfell, know that he's just made an insight check on you. He got a 12. What does he discern?
You go, well, wait, what? Hang on. What does he discern?
That's the
So
question.
he has to like, or based off just like my passive insight, or that I roll something for it.
No, based off of... He rolled a 12 on his insight. What do you think he's learned from the actions just partaken
okay.
in? Like, what
I
could
guess
he
it's not difficult.
discern from that with, very little knowledge of your party and not being able to speak your language?
Good point. I guess it's not difficult to figure out that Junior obviously cares for Fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool. Thank you.
You left, Saren.
Well, your best shot. But please try and not hit the front ones. I quite want to keep them, but is what it is, I guess.
I got a pretty weak right hook. Is anyone going to be better at this? We kind of want to do it in one take.
Are we trying to take out Saren's turn?
beat up Saren time.
Yeah.
There has to be a better.
So surely that's not important to you. Well, I guess it is, but
What else do I have on me but the clothes on my skin?
What have you got in your backpack? Because they only took our weapons, right?
I literally have dock leaves.
Are they important to you?
I literally have dock leaves. The
That
magic
explains the
dock
smell.
Well, just ask the orc to do it. I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige.
Fair. Not sure if
Probably make
that
him like us
undermines.
more.
No? Good.
Up to you.
Just hit me. I don't have anything.
If no one's gonna do it, Frigil, go for it because Saren's been asking for a while, and we've got we've got nothing else to go off. She's saying she hasn't got anything.
Totally been asking for that.
As an out of character, just a suggestion, because you guys can see Saren, even though the token doesn't show this, because it only shows, like, the upper, like, torso and head. She does have, like, fancy glove that she uses for her archery.
Can I catch Fridge mid-punch then? Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. I'll put my nice glove on there then.
The whole
like-
glove?
Got an earring. You
Or
got.
a finger. Let's put a finger on there.
Does Saren have earrings?
Looks like it from the.
No.
I
No,
think
it's
Maybe
just
that's
hair.
hair. Okay.
Yeah. You've got 2 eyes. You only need one of them.
Yeah,
fine,
no,
right?
teeth are a bit more expendable than that. But no, I'll rip off a finger of the glove and tie it on the band.
Middle or index?
Let's go. Index finger.
Yeah. And I assume once this is affixed, you hand the necklace back to him.
Yep.
Picks it up. He inspects the extra tuft of hair. Looks over at Junior. And at you, Fridge. What expression do you currently have?
Probably just weary from Fridge's singing. Junior's singing. Sorry.
You'll look at the piece of the glove, then at you, Saren. You'll look down at the hand, seeing the torn glove. And he'll affix a necklace to himself. Stand up. Shout something in Orcish out of the cave, and you hear two of the orcs their way in. Plates of food. They place them. There's roughly like a small little, like, some, think mini buffet, right?
Tapas.
Sure. Don't know what that is, but sure. He reaches for some tapas and begins eating.
Was there any kind of gesture that would indicate we were allowed to eat as well?
No, but there wasn't any to say that you weren't either, so take from that what you will.
Owen doesn't even wait. He'll just grab one and take a bite.
No change in behavior from Yargoth.
Fridge will follow suit.
Everybody's got to eat.
I'm assuming Robin will as well. She just had to dash off.
Yeah, same.
Junior?
Yeah. Are these meals like? Are they just It's just stuff to eat. It's not like people have a certain thing that they would like or anything like that.
Stuff to eat.
Just stuff to eat. Yeah. Tuck in.
Not like one of the orcs come in and went, "Good evening, monsieur. What can I get you this evening?"
I was just thinking because Junior's like quite a tough, well, not a tough guy, but like a beefy guy, so he's like probably gonna be like his meal will be a lot of protein. Like fridges would have like coffee involved or something. I was just wondering if they were like trying to see if we would give in to temptation. But if it's just food, let's just tuck in.
Food. I mean, Granok ate first.
I guess it's trust. I'll tuck in.
Everyone make no.
And you all die. Oh my god! I can't believe they all just ate the poison. I'm like,
Yeah. Why would they eat the obvious one? No.
Roll for gastrointestinal issues.
No, it's got fiber in it. You should be fine.
yeah. So I guess everyone's just eating.
Yeah. He looks up.
It stops Junior singing.
It does. He looks up. Firstly to Bridge. Does something in Orcish which Saren translates to say, "You are the first ever. That is a great honor. Most
Bridge.
don't understand or care to understand our culture."
Fridge will respectfully nod in acknowledgement.
He asks, "Your hair is important to you. Why?"
It's a way to differentiate myself from my past. A form of self-expression, if you will.
He nods. Points to the tattoos. Head. This is a symbol of my belief. I understand that we mark ourselves with feel. I appreciate. He looks over to Owen. You. Graf. Why this?
Well, honestly, I just needed to make it smaller. But the material itself, soap, it's a symbol of where he struggles for a second. A symbol of where I am versus where I've been. Who I was. What I have. And what it means to hold on to it. Also, don't get it wet.
Gives you a puzzled look. Okay. You. Points at Junior, but obviously you hear, Gorf.
Good to know. Everyone write down Gorf means you.
Fuck. Don't write that down. Can't remember. Oh, it's different from tribe to tribe, you know? The localization thing, you know? That'll be my excuse when I say you again in Orcish someday and it's different. You took from this one. Why is this one important?
I don't know. Nothing's been important to me for a long time other than me. I've only known this one, point of fridge, for just over a week. And I found out that they're related to me. And I feel nothing but a sort of big brother protection for them.
He'll reach his hand up to it. And you see clasp around one of the orc teeth there, and he rips that from the necklace and offers it to you.
Wait, hang on, what did you offer to me?
It was previously affixed to the necklace. It's an orc tooth.
Oh, I'm going to hold my hand out and accept this.
He says, "This was my sister. Don't let yours end in fate. Your reminder, your duty, more important than anything else." Question, Robin, are you back?
Yes.
Cool. He'll then turn to Robin. Saren. He'll turn to the real world and look directly at you.
Ooh, I get chills.
He'll turn to you, Saren. Why this important?
Well, I use it to pull my bow, and it aids me in doing such. But without my bow, really, I'm nothing. So without being able to pull my bow with the aid of my gloves, and what am I without it? So really, it helps me be who I really am.
Perhaps you have yet to find. We'll turn to Sildan.
But hang on, when do we get 2 juniors?
I was gonna say, like, with Saren, we seem awful similar. As much as that probably pains you to hear.
Wait, is Sildan your brother?
Oh, shit.
No.
He'll turn
And
to
to
Sil.
answer your
Oh.
question, well, magic is, I suppose I've made it into a bit of my livelihood, haven't I? I've studied it for years. It helps me help others. It's quite important to me, but it's also just really a tool to be respected for sure, but I am more than willing to shed any trinkets if it means truly helping those I care about. So, I'm happy to pass it along to you. As I said, it came from another trial that was important to us at the time. But it's all just working towards a greater good, I suppose.
A greater good. I hope whatever that means. Stand strong by it. You have intrigued me today. You are welcome anytime here, Circle of Thunder. Then consider yourselves, as of this day, honorary members of fucking notes. Where the fuck is it? Of the
What an interesting clan name.
fuck. Of
A strong name.
of Danak Gultar. Saren, you would know this to loosely translate to the boar's shield, the protector of the boar, or protector, along that line.
The fuck wagon.
Board of juniors singing, man.
Does that mean we've succeeded in the trial?
He nods.
The
Get
trial
up.
didn't involve any punches. Man, I was so ready.
When I hand the necklace to an individual I deem worthy of taking trial, I do so not as a gift, but as a warning. I always get my necklace one way or the other. You chose the other.
And what was the one way?
Violence.
Huh.
He says, even though he hears Sildan say something, he says, slaughter. Obviously, he doesn't understand what you say.
I'm glad you gave it back within the day then.
That was on you. Now, Garok tells me you have friends out here. But first, information. Tell me of this black staff.
Well,
Am I
go ahead.
able to cast magic now? Minor illusion?
Certainly try.
Cool. I'll let Owen. Apparently, I'm self-obsessed here. I'll let Owen carry on with what he was doing.
Oh, you are junior sister.
Oh yeah.
I just hide it better. That's all.
I forget exactly what Sildan said when we inquired about the old Blackstaff. Did Sildan explicitly say that he died?
Leo, what was the part they just didn't want the details to get out, right?
About what?
The old Blackstaff. Like the nature of his death. Like it's fine if Sildan had said that he had passed, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Noted. Is that what Sildan said, though? Just to be sure.
Yeah, sorry. That would have been fine. It was just that what was it? It was the nature of his death, wasn't it, Leo?
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, he would have shared that the old Blackstaff is dead.
The man that you have been at war with has been dead for some time now. His successor does not share his ideals, and you've been led to believe that your enemy has not changed and has not wavered. You've been led down this path by a false prophet. Someone of whom I know very well, my former employer, who's using you to fight his battles. And in doing so, bring ruin to pretty much the entire continent and beyond, potentially.
Puzzled for a considerable time. See him weigh countless thoughts in his head. Clearly struggling with not the concept nation given, but the ramification. When war started, long before my time, there was blood on both sides, granted. Granok told you that my people lost a home, safety, a way of life. when I tell you that story about the boar chasing, the orcs chasing the boar, crevice, not really a joke. It is history of ours. Many of my elders were at war long before I truly understand stories told to me. As is true for many of those alongside me. That is something we'll never get back. But I am sure that many of your people have suffered because of this war too. There is never a winner in war. But I do think that we are owed a debt. We must repay a debt. As is custom for my tribe.
But just to be clear here then, old muscular and green, you're saying that you want something for your support in what we're doing?
No. I want something for my people.
Land? Freedom?
Yes.
To both? But well, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
As much as I'd like to promise that, I can't. What I can do is open up the floor for negotiations, a floor which has been previously closed. Again, the previous black staff from what I understand was not a good man. But now things can be different. No one wants more bloodshed. That's why we're here. We want the wars to stop. And I don't think we can do it alone. So instead of fighting someone else's battle, I propose that we join forces, and in doing so, with that alliance, we'll also form common ground.
We will offer this, our debt. When shall we meet this new Blackstaff?
Oh boy. Are we just going to send an orc tribe back to Waterdeep and hope for the best? I don't think that's going to work out well.
It'll likely require an envoy.
Yeah.
And I can almost guarantee that just as we wouldn't have gotten this far without the help of Granok, you'll need someone to speak for you as well. That would be us. So travel with us back to Waterdeep. Seek an audience with the Blackstaff. Go from there.
This I can agree upon. I will bring 3 of my men with me, so that if we part ways after this meeting with the Black Staff, I can have 2 of my most trusted with me for the journey back.
Makes sense. Might I request Granok as well?
Are you saying that as in you want Granok, or that he take Granok?
That Granok attend.
Well, I appreciate Granok has been kind to you. Someone will need to lead the tribe in my absence. He is not a fighter. The most knowledgeable member of the tribe. I would like to keep.
Fair enough.
I also offer, and he speaks out into the halls in Orcish, saying, bring the prisoners.
You had prisoners?
Well, Falcon's hopefully one of them, right?
Yeah, that's why we came.
Man, you've been in this trial room for so long, you don't know how many days have passed.
Oh my god, 4,476 balls of beer on the wall.
Literally just been the hour Silky needed to get.
Yeah. That being said, overall, especially if you're at 4,000 bottles of beer on the wall from 9,000, and you haven't been doing anything too strenuous here, everyone has a short rest in the time they've been here. Plus this conversation that's happening now and the food.
Does a short rest do anything except give you health points back?
Some people.
Yeah, certain.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm one of them.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
How do I use the points for health though
So
in the short rest?
you have a hit die number, and you have a certain number of those hit die. You can roll, I believe it's any number of hit die during a short rest, and they come back when you take a long rest. So if you have, I think you'd have 5, 10, or D12 as your class, and you can roll.
That's why
what
can I roll? I can't find it on D&D Beyond.
Well, it would be whatever the face says on that. So if it says your hit die is a D10, then you would roll up to 5d10 and
Up
regain
at the,
that as hit points.
Up at the very top. Well, if you're on mobile, I don't know.
Yeah.
But typically, yeah, up near the top where your character name is and everything like that, there's like share, short rest, long rest, and then the campaign you're a part of.
Yeah, I don't have that.
All that. Oh, you don't have that shit. Yeah, fighters I think get a D10. So be D10 plus your Constitution modifier, and you could spend up to 5 of those.
I'm fine.
Yeah, so you could roll the D10, add your con mod, and then be like, cool, I want to do another one, and then roll that, and keep doing that until you either are fully healed or you're like, that's good.
Okay, are we okay with me saying that it's a D10 then?
Yeah.
Because I can't find where it is on my thing.
Yeah, you're a fighter, right? Yeah, it's D10.
Okay.
I don't find it myself, just in case, but I'll take Nate's word for it as well. Anyway, after some time passes, you hear two voices. Both of individuals you've not really heard much of before. They grow ever closer. I think, actually, this would be a good time to take our break. So, that being said, let's aim to come back by about 10-2? Sound good?
Yep.
Obviously, if we all get back a little bit sooner than that, then cool beans, but other than that, all is good. So about your business. We'll be back then. See you soon, folks.
See, no matter how much I try, I can't make this thing kill me. It's a little bitch ghost who can't do anything. Ah! Gotta reload. Spam right click? What? Is it trying to... Oh, you bastards! Oh no! I'm being perma-staggered! Hey, Wesker! Take this! Help me! Help!
Anyway. Jesus Christ. Got 10.
I gave you guys really easy targets with the off.
Jesus Christ, when is it gonna stop?
I really want
I'll
to
save
check
you!
that out.
Oh God! Oh God! Damn it, you dumb motherfucker!
Thank you for throwing a box at Gregor. Wait, I'm not Snake! Why did I just... I've been conditioned! Oh my God! I'm leaving. I'll be right back. Somebody in chat reminded me of something. A fucking box? Fall off the bridge? Aww. Oh!
What the hell?
Well, why did that happen?
MLG! Oh my God!
That's right.
I like fire. Fire is cool.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Water.
Yes, it is.
No, that's not how fire works.
I hate you. Hold on. I feel like there's a dude up there still. Maybe not, but...
I mean,
let's
I
just-
shot a guy, but there might be. Don't fuck up.
How the hell do I cook this thing?
You did. You pulled it in. Well,
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're all rested up from your little break there, as I know hopefully the party also is a little more rested after that. Where we left off before our break, we're just about to be introduced to individuals and escorted in chamber area here. One of which you see this somewhat tall, skinny fellow with brown goatee beard and swift brown hair, wearing this long, similar to Saren's in fact, purple attire. Currently restrained with his arms behind his back and a gag in his mouth. You also see another individual. I changed. I've seen real quick. Whom is dressed. Ah, fuck, did I forget to do that? I forgot that, didn't I? 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves real quick. Just, what's your favorite chocolate bar, everyone?
Not Twix anymore.
No.
You can't go wrong with a Milky Way. I like to fool myself into thinking that I like bounties.
Get out.
I like to try it once a year. I think maybe my taste has changed now. Maybe.
By once a year, do you mean?
It'd be better.
You mean it's like at Christmas when there's nothing left?
At Christmas there's nothing left. You think, maybe I can convince myself to like them, and I put it in my mouth, and I think, oh yeah, that's not bad, and all of a sudden it just turns to pure disgust and hatred. And why did I ever do this?
What's in those?
Coconut.
We do not have those here. Ah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like if you imagine coconut oil, but it has the consistency of a bag of sand, and then it's got
Yeah,
a thin layer of chocolate just to hold it all in there.
Yeah.
pretty grim.
It's-
So-
There's almost
mistake.
like flaky
Yeah.
as well on the inside, like a
Yeah,
sandy flake, and it's just like, no. No.
Yeah, like a coconut macaroon if you've ever had those. Not like the French macaroon, but a coconut one is, yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, right?
You see this individual. Currently not with the mace in their hand, arms tied behind their back, and also gagged. Both escorted into the room, forced to sit in the chamber. They look puzzlingly, both. A huge thanks to Rictus doing the artwork of this character.
Oh,
Gentleman and woman, I think.
You think?
I don't want to. I don't want to assume.
Saren will go over to Falcon and start untying him.
Bold move with our new friends. Bridge will look mildly alarmed, but not stop them.
Only quietly, like assuming that I can.
No one's stopping you.
Well, then I will untie him.
I'll
No, don't my child me anything. Just don't. You're safe now. And that's it. You've lied to me. So, we've been hunting and killing present company for years. And you always told me that they were bad and they were destroying the forest and wrecking our home. all I've been trying to do is live. That is literally it.
He turns to... Fuck, I've been saying his name all night.
Yargoth.
Thank you. He turns to Yargoth. Lies have you told? Saren, I don't know what they've said to you. Either you're safe or we...
I'm not leaving with you. In fact, I'm not leaving with anyone. I'm fed up with this place. This realm. It's just too much. Just lies upon lies and fighting and arguing and just all of it. Just had enough.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is I'm going. I'm going, and as soon as that veil opens back up to the twilight, I'm gone. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll wait for it. I'm actually going back home.
Home is here. What are you... No need to be so rash. We can talk about that.
I can't trust you. You basically convinced me to genocide a whole race of people. For what? Answer me, for what? To protect the forest.
Done.
You can save it.
No, you know what? No. You never asked whether or not I had someone. Someone that I cared about before you. You never asked what happened. Now I understand why.
We all lose people, but an eye for an eye only makes the whole world blind. I need to think.
Yeah, well, that makes two.
A little icon appears above Saren saying, Junior will remember that.
So I'm sorry, you're not coming back with us.
No. I need to figure out... I need to sort things out in my head. I don't know... I don't know what's going on anymore. I need some time for me and not to think about anything else. I'm sorry.
Wait, Saren, I get that. But come on, we got a world to save. I mean, look, Fridge looks at me like she wants to, or they want to tear up my throat, but we still keep going.
With the greatest swordsman in the world, I think this party will do fine.
I hate how much I like that.
Yeah, at first I was like, ooh, what a dig. And then I was like, oh, not a dig.
Honestly, all, thank you. I hope I do see you again.
Hope it's under better circumstances next time.
Indeed. And Saren will walk off, pick up her bow, and leave.
So
Okay.
we're just gonna... Okay.
Falcon will...
Well, it's not like we can stop her. Like, well, Saren, we got world, Saren! As Saren's walking away into the woods.
Yeah. I mean, Falcon is quite literally doing that, chasing after Saren, but she really is giving no shit, as you just hear the voice off out of the cave.
I mean,
Now what?
what?
Well, I thought we had. Okay, I know we've had our issues, but I thought we had like a tight-knit group.
You made
And
it
now just one of us
abundantly
just
clear
fucks off?
yesterday that we've only known each other a week. She doesn't owe us any loyalty.
No. No, she does not, but...
So do I still have to pay her, or-
I don't think she's interested. She's gone. If she was interested, she would have asked for it.
Huh. Owen will shrug.
But it does mean we're down a damn good shooter.
So what now?
What, Saren? I'm sorry.
Not Saren.
You have to come closer.
Owen will, I assume this is someone who is still bound on the floor.
Does that answer your question?
Hey, let me just... Okay, well, Owen will reach down and I guess remove the gag.
Cool. Thank you, lovely. That was, wasn't the most pleasant experience, I gotta say. Oh, she'll stand up, give herself a shake. Would you lovely mind untying my hands, by any chance?
Sure. Owen will start fiddling with the knot.
Excuse me.
Oh. Ah. That's much better.
And
Well-
who are you?
I am Rhiann Wolfspine. Dwarf, if that didn't give it away. 'Cause I'm short.
Are you shorter than Fridge?
Oh, yes, I am.
Get in, not the short one anymore.
Say hello to the new short stack.
So this is Rhiann Wolfspine. She is a hill dwarf, and yep, looks quite aged. Scars on the face, especially one over the eye, as you can see from the amazing art. With a big ginger lock of hair in the middle.
Yeah, so why are you... Why? That was more of a question. Like, the three whys were directed at three different people. The first one directed at... Sorry, could you repeat her name?
Rhiann.
There's no way I'm going to be able to roll the R.
That's fine, don't worry. Rhiann. It's fine.
Rhiann.
Well, you see, I was sent on this job, and well, on my way back through, I ran into these gentlemen here, fine fighters, mind, fine fighters. Oh, cracking it was, but a bit out of practice, as you can see. I'm a bit aged, a bit worn, and I haven't swung my mace in quite a while, so yeah, they bested me, but they put up a damn good fight. I'm quite glad to see you